I'm Brother Randy Greavy. I've been in the order for 15 and a half years. Entered in January of 2005. I lived here for 5 years and in Toronto for 4, and back here for 6 and a half. And my responsibilities in the monastery are bursar and overseeing the maintenance and the enclosure part of the buildings and the auto maintenance. And I do spiritual direction, and I'm the priest in charge of Christ Church in Red Hook. What's most changed in my life since I have entered the order is the capacity to experience love at a deep, soulful, trusting place. The community life is dependent for its health on relationships of trust and openness and growth, and our invitation to know each other and to know ourselves. Conversion can mean different things for different people as they come in with their particular issues and backgrounds. And so for me, conversion is often thinking of prayer as the willingness to open to God loving me. And that my prayer is to receive that gift. What the aspect I love the most is our liturgy, our prayer, the Psalms, our preaching variety, the way in which we are so creative and responsive in our life in the church. I love the rhythm of our lifetime with guests and very active times of work and ministry, the invitation for some more silence and study, and the way that we very healthily blend those two qualities of being Benedictine. The opportunities to meet all kinds of people, to do lots of different interesting kinds of ministry, and to relate to the wider church from the perspective of who we are, what we bring, and to just seeing guests come and find a solace and rest and refreshment and renewal with us is very gratifying as well. The traditional way of understanding that was that stability was to stay in the same monastery for life, not to be wandering around from monastery to monastery. And in obedience, originally, there was the expectation that a monk would be unquestionably obedient to the superior, to the abbot. And then conversion to the monastic way of life encompasses shared resources and goods. It encompasses celibate chastity and the ongoing spiritual growth involved in the life. There's more of an emphasis on the spiritual aspects of especially stability and obedience, so that we, because we are a multi-location order, don't interpret stability as the physical place, but as being within the order as a part of our vow. And that obedience is not strictly defined as the obedience of the monk to the superior alone, but that obedience happens within my heart, the communities, and the shared discernment of listening to God's voice through all of that. And so I think it's it's maintaining the spirit of what Saint Benedict envisioned and intended at the beginning, but also recognizing that he left room for some adaptation and customization within the rules so that we can take the essence of what he meant and live it within our context in a way that's still faithful to what he is saying. I think the core challenge has been fully embracing the vocation when at times I have been unsure about its future or whether it would continue, feeling inadequate or unable to live it out. And so I've relied on the support of the community in those times, because I found often in a vocation, even though I may be a bit unsure about it, the members of the community can serve as support and encouraging, and to bring me back to the essence of why I'm here, what this is about. And crisis is often a prelude to some kind of deeper growth. But if I interpret my confusion or discomfort or my desire to run away as a vocational issue rather than a spiritual issue, I may miss the fruit of that. What monasticism in general offers is a critique of the notion that we are what we do or what we produce, or our job or our possessions, that our measurement of value is in some external thing. Because what we proclaim here is that our being in and of itself is valuable and precious to God. Experience often of people who come on retreat is the invitation to connect with the space of knowing their preciousness to God by their being, by their stillness and silence and presence. And so much of the world wants to define us differently, that we preserve something important. The first thought that comes to mind is that you will likely not have the final answer instantaneously, that most vocations are a story of a period of interest and desire and curiosity or longing that becomes a more intentional discernment and exploration. And then even in the initial stages of formation, the community still discerns and that person still discerns. So not to feel as if you have to know in yourself an absolute yes or no, to be open to a process which will take years, even after you enter, to find within the harmony of God's voice a recognition and affirmation within yourself, within the community, that this life is for you and you have a call.